So, what's your question? So what do I mean by that? Well, listen, stick around with me for the next 5 minutes and we'll figure it out together. All right? And I want you to think right now, what's your question? All right. Well, let me start you here. I'm going to start with a quote that you probably heard before. It says, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always gotten. Well, so that thing is, think about this. That's been traced all the way back to Henry Ford. And then you've probably heard it. I heard it from Tony Robbins, right? Tony later made it a little bit more relevant. But what are they really saying? He's just saying, in order for you to have anything different in any aspect of your life, you must do something different. You see, that requires change. But here's the problem. The problem is that means we have to change a behavior. Most are not even aware of the behaviors that got them where they are. So check this out. We're going to talk about this for a second. There's a thing called Pearson's Law. And Pearson's Law says this: when performance is measured, performance improves. When performance is measured and reported back, the rate of improvement accelerates. Well, think about that for a second. So in order for me to have anything different, right? Because we know what the Henry Ford quote was, if you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got, right? But in order for us to have anything different, we must measure, we must track our performance. So think about this. Performance measured, performance improves. Think about it. Here you go. You want to lose weight? Track your food. Track how much food you're eating. Track it. If you look at a lot of these different programs, you can go on, there's apps everywhere now that talk about macros and all these other things. But here's what I'm going to tell you. You don't need any of that. Just track your food. Get a journal. You got a pen, you got a paper, write down what you eat every single second of every single day. Watch what happens. Watch how much you don't eat because you're actually writing down. Watch what happens when you have to write down that whole pizza from Pizza Hut. Watch what happens when you got to write down, that Big Mac, filet of fish, quarter pounder French fry. Watch what happens. Because when it's measured, when performance is measured, performance improves. When behavior is measured, behavior improves. That's what I want you to think. You want more money in your bank account? Track your spending. Track it. Write down every single cent that you spend. So you see, it's not about doing anything different. It's not some crazy thing that we're talking about. It's literally that you have to truly track your behavior. And when you do, Pearson's Law says your behavior will improve. There's no question about it. So go back to the opening question, meaning, what's your question? Here's what I want you to think. So I want you to look back. You can Google this. It's really cool. YouTube it, whatever. There was a Great Britain rowing team. And the rowing team had just underperformed, not done very well in world championships and all these Olympics. Matter of fact, one year they didn't even make the Olympics. And so the team got together. And so at the end of the Olympics, and they didn't do very well, and everybody was down on them, and they got together and they said, how do we, they took a look at Pearson's Law and they said, hey, performance measured, performance improves. So what are we going to do? So we're going to track our performance. So what they did is they set it out and they said a single question. And their question was, does it make the boat go faster? So for the next 4 years, everything that they did, they asked themselves that question. Does it make the boat go faster? And again, you're talking about I believe it was a 5-man rowing team. So you got 4 other people counting on you. There's an accountability to that. Again, every time you wanted to eat that pizza instead of eating the food that was designed by the nutritionist, does it make the boat go faster? Nope. So I do that. Hey, I want to go out tonight. I want to go have some drinks, going out to the pub. Should I? I don't know. Does it make the boat go faster? No, it doesn't. Okay. You see, when you have a goal, when you have an idea in mind, when you know who you want to be, then all you got to do is put your question to yourself and ask you. It's very simple. When you walk into that kitchen and you go for that donut, or should I go for, the healthier choice? I don't know. Is that the best version of me? Is it leading me to my goals? Is it leading to me to my outcome? Is it leading me where I want to go? You see, the answer is very simple then. The choice is very simple then. So I'm asking you right now, what is your question? This just came up and it happened to me the other day, and I'm gonna give it to you, because my mission in life, my mission with this company is to help and inspire people to change behavior through belief and action so they can be the best version of themselves. So all of us have the opportunity to be the best version of ourselves, so that your unique blueprint gets to get out into this world, because we need it now more than ever. We need great humans like you right this second to step into your greatness, not to be putting down others, not to be judging others, not to be doing the things that we're doing. We need to just stand up and take accountability for ourselves. So what's your question? What is it? Is that being the best version of you? It's very easy. The other morning, I pride myself in not having an alarm. I don't know about you, but the time change has really thrown off my circadian rhythm and really thrown me for a loop. It really has. And so my normal time of waking up, I've been waking up literally almost to the second an hour later, simply because, there's a time change and I haven't adapted. And so I gave myself one more day and I said, Jeremy, you cannot, this is the last day. Otherwise we're kicking that alarm on, because I can't keep waking up that late, because it throws my morning off. And so that next morning, the alarm went off, the alarm did not go off, and I knew I did not want it to go off. And I woke up, I looked over, spot on, almost actually 2 minutes above what I had put in my mind the night before to wake up. And I looked over and I was so proud. But let me tell you this, I was so tired. And I laid there and I was like, oh man, just 5 more minutes. Just 5 more minutes, right? Pulled the covers up tight. It was a little chilly out, nice and warm underneath there. And then I said to myself, is laying here, is that the best version of you? The answer was no. The answer was no. I don't need another 5 minutes. I need to get my ass out of bed. I need to get because it's time to wake up. It's time to get up and go chase my goals and go hard after them. So again, what's your question? Because I'm going to tell you right now, every time you walk into that kitchen, if you say, is this the best version of me? No. Me laying here, sitting here, consuming nothing but news and Netflix. Is that the best version of me? Probably not. You need to challenge yourself. But again, it's only performance and behavior, right? It only improves if it's measured. So track it. What is the thing that you want? Bigger bank account? Track your spending. Lose weight? Track your food. Whatever it is, pick it. Put a track to it. Get behind it. And then ask yourself your question every single time you're about to make that choice and the choice feels difficult. Ask yourself, is this taking me where I want to go? Putting this in my mouth, is it taking me where I want to go? Saying these words to this person, is that the best version of me? Or is there something better? Do I have some empathy? Do I have some love? You see, we're making this harder than we have to. We have the opportunity, but you need to have a goal. You need to measure it, and you have to have your question. Put it in the chat. I'd love to hear what they are. Put in the comments, chat it up. If you were on, those of you guys that want to be part of it, we have a private group. We have a private Facebook group that you can get in now. The mastermind group is already closed, but we went on yesterday and we all took our turns and we all dug in and we all got in, and it got a little emotional. It did, because you know what? We have to challenge each other to be better, and we have to support each other through our journey to being the best version of ourselves. Man, I hope you jump in. Check out optimalself.today. Put your information in. We'd love for you to be there. We'd love for you to share it. Again, we can't reach everybody. just not happening. But there's somebody in your life right now that's struggling, and we'd love to help them. But it's up to you. So again, share it. If you're getting some value, please go over to the YouTube channel, give us a subscribe. It's the only way that algorithm knows that we're alive. So give us some comments. We'd love to hear them. And as always, get out there and be the best version of you.